Today we're going to work on the Declaration of Independence and messaging the king, compare and contrast pages. So our directions say use the information in the two passages, the Declaration of Independence and messaging the king, to complete the Venn diagram and short response test. Okay, so the way that we are going to do this is on this side, we are going to put things from the Declaration of Independence. Okay, so that is going to go in this circle. And then on this circle, we're going to put things that are just in messaging the king. Okay, so, but first, let's figure out how they're alike. If how they are alike and the same, that's going to go here in the middle. So, one of the things that I say is that they both, you can look at this a couple different ways. We can say both talk, all state July 4th, 1776 as the day the Declaration of Independence was signed. Okay, so that's something they have in common. Now, over here for the Declaration of Independence. So we're trying to find something that is just in the Declaration of Independence and not in messaging the king. So when we're looking at this, it talks, we get a lot more words on here, okay? And it talks a lot more, it tells us, here we go, the Continental Congress members that wrote the Declaration of Independence were, okay, and it gives us their names. So Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, Robert Livingston, Roger Sherman, and Thomas Jefferson. Okay. Now I need something that is just in messaging the king. Okay. So we're trying to tell how they are alike and how they are different. So one of the things that it tells us that nothing else does is it tells us people from all over the world read each line. That is not in the other one. I'm going to put another box over here because I want to note that Messaging the King is a poem. Okay, and over here, the Declaration of Independence is a nonfiction text. Okay, that's another difference that they have. So now that I have this filled out, I'm going to come down here to the bottom where it says, um, compare and contrast the two passages, including details from both passages, to explain how they are alike and how they are different. Okay, so I'm going to start with how they are alike, and I'm going to restate that. I'm going to say the two passages are alike because they both tell us about the Declaration independence being signed on July 4th, 1776. Okay, and then I'm going to see how I restated and answered the question. I need to provide evidence because it says include detail from both passages to explain how they're alike and how they are different. So I'm going to say, now I'm putting this in quotation marks just like at the top where it refers to them. So it's the Declaration of Independence states, so that way we know where to find it. Okay. And now I'm putting my comma and quotation marks because this is coming directly from the text. So after voting, Congress officially approved the final version of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776. Okay, and then we did one. Now we have to do the other. Okay, so and I have to put this in quotation marks because it's the name of it, messaging the king. It states, on July 4th, 1776, the document was officially signed. Okay, so now I'm going to go to another line to tell how they are different. So the two passages are different because, okay, and now this is where I'm using these parts, okay, these outside parts. Because, and here messaging the king is a poem, and the Declaration of Independence is a non-fiction text. Okay, now I have to prove that somehow. Okay, so if I want to prove that, there's a couple things I can do. But I think the best is to just say what you see. So you can tell me the Declaration of Independence has a glossary and a picture with a caption, which are features of a non-fiction text. Messaging the king has lines that rhyme and stanzas, which means it is a poem. Okay, so now we're all done with this section. So if you go on to the next one, it's written response. Now they give you start, give, explain, tell, but in the classroom we use RAP. We use restate. Okay, so we're going to restate it and then we're going to answer it. Okay, that's the start part. And then we prove it. Okay, so that's the evidence. And then we proofread it. Okay, so you guys can do this. What factors led to the American Revolution and the writing of the Declaration of Independence? Use evidence from the text to support your thinking. So when you're answering this, go back to the first paragraph of the Declaration of Independence and reread that. That's going to help you really answer this question. Now, the second one is messaging the king. So, of course, you're going to go to the poem messaging the king. Okay. Now, again, this is for your rap. It's restate an answer, and you have to prove it, and then you explain your thinking. So, their question is, why did the author of the poem most likely include the illustration of 13 stars with the poem? Use evidence from the text to support your answer. So when you look down at the bottom, there are 13 stars, okay? And they kind of look like an American flag with stars on one side and stripes on the other. So why would the author of the poem include that picture to go with it? So you tell me why, okay? And don't forget to restate your answer, um, restate your question, answer your question, and then prove it to me with some text evidence. Okay, now when you're finished with this, don't forget to upload your answers to your social studies Google Classroom or make sure your packet is turned in